Hey everyone, this is Stephen James from Project Life Mastery. Today I'm going to share with you an update on how much money I've been making with my crypto bots. Crypto bots are bots that automatically conduct trades for me, making passive income on autopilot based off the volatility of cryptocurrency. Now, I previously published a video a few weeks ago sharing how I made over $9,000 with these crypto bots. That video has been really popular. It's gone viral. Over 170,000 people have watched that video in the last 2 weeks. Pretty amazing. I'm getting a lot of questions, a lot of interest, a lot of intrigue, a lot of people that want to know more. So here I am back again, as promised, to share with you guys another update. Since that original video of making $9,000, it's now gone up to over $17,000 and growing every single day. And so I'm going to share my screen with you in this video and go more in depth. I'm going to share with you my bots. I've actually set up some new bots since then, and share with you more so that if you're interested in this, if you want to take advantage of this opportunity with crypto, then you can definitely do so and benefit. Before I share my screen and dive into this, I want to first share a disclaimer. I want to mention first and foremost that I am not a financial advisor. This is not investment advice. I'm just merely someone sharing my own experience. I'm not an expert when it comes to cryptocurrency. I'm a student just like you, learning every single day. Taking advantage of what I believe to be one of the greatest inventions that we've had in our society since the invention of the internet. A lot of people are making money from crypto, obviously, so you can also make a lot of money as well, but also there's a lot of people losing money. And I want to make sure that I'm sharing this in a responsible and honest way to let you know that you can lose money in cryptocurrency. Any form of investing, there's a risk with that, and you got to be aware of that before you dive in to investing in cryptocurrency or any other form of investing. So I want to put that out there for you. Before I dive in, I'm now going to transition to show you my screen. There's a lot that I'm going to show you and explain to you, so it might be a little bit overwhelming at first, but I'm going to try to break down each of what I'm showing you in this video so that you can understand it a little bit more. So right now what you're looking at is my Bitsgap account. Bitsgap is a trading software that automatically links with a cryptocurrency exchange. An exchange like Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, KuCoin, these are popular exchanges that people use to buy cryptocurrency, to trade cryptocurrency. And Bitsgap is merely a software that connects via an API to your exchange. And so you're giving permission from your exchange to something like Bitsgap, and then Bitsgap is able to then conduct these trades that basically occur within your exchange. And I'll provide a link below to Bitsgap if you guys want to check out the software. I'll put that in the description for you guys. Now, before I'll kind of skip this chart for now. I've already kind of explained some of this in the previous video that I published, and so I'll link to that below as well if you want to check out that video. But what you can see right here, I've got 17 bots that are currently set up, running, making me money. This number right here is probably the most important number, the sum bot profit. This is basically sharing how much profit these bots have made me. So $17,703 is how much profit these bots have made me since I set up all these bots, some of them over 2 months ago, some of them recently as a week ago, and I'll kind of run through that with you. The total return on the investment has been 19.31%, so that's pretty amazing. I haven't been doing this too long, just over 2 months now. The sum value is how much is the total value of the money that's, that I'm playing around with my bots. And so right now it's over $102,000. You can see this number fluctuating up and down. It goes up and down based on my bot profit, but also the volatility of the coins that I'm holding. So each coin that I'm holding, they appreciate, they depreciate, so they go up, they go down, and they fluctuate with that. And so this number will always fluctuate. And even recently, we had a bit of a sell-off in the crypto space. For example, Bitcoin dropped down from, it was like 68,000 for one Bitcoin. It dropped down to, I think, 56,000, and it's kind of been jumping around a little bit. And so that, based on the volatility of crypto, there's ups, there's downs. That's part of the nature of it. And that's actually how I'm able to benefit from it, because the more volatile crypto is, then the more trades that my bots perform. And the more trades they perform, the more that they buy, the more that they sell, the more that they make me passive income. This number here, the sum total P&L, profit and loss, is if I were to close down all of my bots today, this is how much money I would have made total. $11,000 currently, that's a 12% return. But this number I don't pay as much attention to because it goes up and down so much. The bought profit, on the other hand, is money that's actualized. So it's profit that's actualized, meaning that's money that's in my balance. I don't need to sell anything to have that money. That's money that I've made off of the trades that my bots have already performed. That's money that you'd have to pay taxes for, right? Versus, this amount here is going to vary based on when you sell. So if you sell the bots and close them down, whether it's up from when you originally bought it, then you've made money based on the appreciation of that. Or if they've dropped down and you decided to close your bots and sell, then you'd realize a loss from that. But you only make money or lose money off of holding a cryptocurrency when you sell, right? So if I were to close these down and sell, then I would make or lose money. But the bought profit, I want to make a distinction here. The bought profit, that's money that's in my pocket regardless. I don't have to do anything to have that. That's already completed, made money. It's in my balance. That's money I could do whatever I want with. I could set up new bots. I could take that money out of my exchange and I could pay my bills with it. I could do whatever I want with that money, okay? And as long as I leave these bots running, they'll continue to make me money as long as the coins that I have continue to wiggle and continue to be volatile. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, you'll get it by the end of this video as I explain a little bit more. So I'll kind of dive into each of these bots. And what I've done here is I've sorted by the average daily. So the average daily is the daily return of these bots. Okay, this is the daily return rate. So this bot here is my top performing bot currently in terms of the daily return, 1.88% return per day. This is also known as a wiggle rate. Okay, the more that, if you come up here, the more that the price of this coin, okay, in this case is TVK, the more that it wiggles, as you can see, it's been wiggling quite a bit, then the more money that I make. So the more volatile it is, the more that it's going to wiggle, the more that it's going to go up and down this grid. So you can see, this is just over the last, these are all trades that have been performed with this bot. You can see this is when I originally set up this bot. This is just kind of the past, current, the price of this coin, prior to me setting it up. But since I've set it up here, it's around, I think, November 19th, November 18th. Since I set it up here, it started placing buy and sell orders on each one of these grid lines. So you can see there's a grid here. There's all these little lines that you see here, the red and the green lines. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit more to this. This is on a, okay, let's go back here. Okay, so basically all of these dots that you see, every red dot that you see means that the bot sold a little bit. And when it sold, it made me some money. When you see a green dot, it means that the bot bought a little bit of the coin that I have the bot set up for. And so when it goes down, it buys, and when it goes up, it starts to sell. So the way that this bot works, and all of these bots that I've set up, is they're only designed to make money. These numbers right here, this bot profit, can only be green, okay? Because the bots cannot not make money, okay? They basically conduct these trades automatically once I've set them up a certain way. They automatically conduct these trades, and if I were to click here, for example, you're able to see all the details of the transactions. So this one has currently performed over 3,540 trades. You can see the sells that occurred, and with each one of these sells, I made 38 cents, 39 cents, 37 cents. Here I bought, I bought a little bit. Here it sold, I made 46 cents. Here it bought a little bit, and then here it was going up for quite a bit, and so it just kept selling, 38, 39 cents, and when it down a little bit, continued to buy a little bit more. When it went up, it sold a little bit more. And so you can see minute by minute these trades and transactions that are occurring. Now with this bot here, so this is a really important number because the higher this number is, the higher daily return that you get. And part of the secret sauce is finding the right coins and the right wiggle rate. And that's a whole other thing for another time. I'll share more information on that if you want to learn from the person that I learned this from that teaches this. In fact, I'll put a link below in the description to a page that you can go to if you want more information. But knowing the bots and doing the research is really important to make sure that you find the right ones that can make you the most amount of money. So what you can see here is the trading time as well. So this bot I set up 6 days and 22 hours ago. This is how many transactions it's conducted so far in those 6 days and 22 hours, 3,540. What you can see here is the profit that it's made in those almost 7 days now. So it's made $690, and that's 11.27% return. Pretty amazing to make that kind of return, relatively quick in just less than 7 days. And again, that's actualized profit that you can see up here that contributes to this number of 17,703. That's money in my balance that I can do whatever I want with. Now, if you look here, the change here, you see this going up and down. This can go in the red because what this reflects is the value, the current value of the coins that I have here in my bot. So the bot here is set up with a coin pairing. So there's two different coins that you set up, two different cryptocurrencies. TVK is the one here on the left, and BUSD is known as a stable coin. So it's similar to this USDT that you see here. It's basically, this one's with Binance. It's basically a cryptocurrency coin that is pegged to the US dollar. And so this here is basically US dollar or the equivalent of it. And then here is the cryptocurrency. The stable coin of BUSD doesn't really fluctuate much, okay, because it's pegged to the US dollar. The coins here on the left, they do fluctuate. They're volatile. And they go up and they go down, and that's how it goes up and down the chart, and that's how it conducts the trades and makes money. Here's the value, that's the total that's in the bot right now. So you can see $6,720 or so. You need about $3,000 to set up a bot. That's the minimum. You can set up a bot with less than that, but it's more risky and it doesn't work as well. The mentor and the person I learned this from has done this for the last 3 years. He's made a lot of money, but also lost a lot of money to basically determine the best way that someone can make money in the safest way based on this method. And so that's what he teaches, is $3,000 minimum to set up a bot. Originally when I first started this, I set up some bots around $3,000 to $4,000, but now I've been setting up bots with $5,000 to $6,000. And the total, you can see my value is $102,000. The original amount that I've invested, I believe, is around $80,000 or so. Now that might, I know that sounds like a lot of money. Depends obviously where you're at and where you're starting from, but I want to let you know that I originally started with one bot for around $3,000. And there's a lot of people that maybe don't have the amount of money that I have. That's okay. You can still get set up with $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and you can set up multiple bots based on how much you have. But nonetheless, with this bot right here, that's been performing really well. Based on the amount of money that I put into this, which I believe was around $6,000. I don't have the exact numbers on me, but based on a $6,000 investment, making in about a week $690, 11.27% return is pretty amazing. And I don't know where else you can make that. I invest in the stock market. I do a lot of other investments, and those investments don't perform in the way that you can with cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency has provided very unique opportunities that are not available anywhere else. It's a new asset class, relatively new at least, and you probably hear about people making a ton of money from it because it's decentralized, it's unregulated, and it's kind of like the wild, wild west that you can make a ton of money. But there are scams out there. There are people out there that obviously you have to be cautious, you have to be aware of. So it's important to be aware of that as you navigate this, because there's a lot of people that might promote or share how you can make a guaranteed amount of money with crypto, whatever. So you've got to be cautious of that and be able to kind of dissect each opportunity to determine what's best. But in the world of crypto, there are a lot of ways that you can make money, this being one of them, which is kind of cool and unique, which makes it so special. Now let me dive into some of the other ones. Now this is one that I shared in the last video, XPR. This is actually the one that's made me the most amount of money. I set this one up 2 months and 18 days ago. It's performed 27,250 transactions. It's wiggling at 1.22% return every day. So that's the daily return that it's had on average over the last 2 months and 18 days. It's made $3,630. That is a 96% return. Pretty amazing. And I started this one with about $3,000. So it just goes to show how much you can make in just over 2 months with a $3,000 investment from it. Here's one that I set up 16 days ago. Mana is the coin on the left. And this one is done $1,052, 17% return in almost 17 days, 1.09% wiggle, which is pretty cool. This one here I also set up about 16 days and 16 hours ago, and it's also wiggling really well, 16.82% return. But here you can see a negative number, a red number, negative 2.43%. So I'm happy to show you this because this is an example that if I were to close this bot, I can click here to close the bot. If I were to close this bot, I would actually lose some money on it. And so when you see some red here, that's when you don't want to close and you don't want to, sell this off. But the unique thing about this strategy is that when cryptocurrency goes down, the bots still conduct trades and they continue making money. So as an example, if I click on this, what you can see here, let's see if I can go back to when I set this up. I set this one up here, somewhere around here. And it actually went up during this time and it was making me money as it was going up, conducting all these trades. And then it started going down. But as it's going down, it's still making me profit until, where we are somewhere around here. And so that's pretty amazing because a lot of people, the way they make money with crypto is they buy and they hold cryptocurrencies over the long term, hoping that they'll go up and they'll eventually sell. They buy and they hold for over a year plus. Most people are doing that with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many other coins that they like. But the problem is that they're only making money based on the appreciation of it. For me, I'm making money based on it going up if I decide to close and sell it, but I'm also making money based on the volatility of it with the bot profit. And even if I have a coin that drops down, okay, as some people, they buy and they hold and they wait and it actually goes down, well, I'm actually still making money as it's going down, which is pretty amazing. So here's a great analogy that I really like that I can share with you to help you understand this a little bit better. Imagine that each one of these bots is like my own piece of real estate that I own, okay? These are real estate properties that I purchased, and each one of these real estate properties, let's say, is worth $3,000 to $6,000. Now, if you buy real estate today and tomorrow the real estate market crashes, you buy a home for whatever amount and it crashes by 20% or 30%, you only lose that money if you're to sell the property. But most people, when they invest in real estate, they're in it for the long term. They're not panicking just because the market goes down, because they know that this is an investment that they're going to hold over the long term and it's going to appreciate, it's going to go up in value over the next 5 years, 10 years plus. So they don't really worry that much because you have a long-term horizon. It's the same mentality I have with cryptocurrency. I'm in it for the long term. Now, with that property, that real estate property that you have, even if it drops by 20, 30%, if you're renting it out and you have tenants that every single month are paying rent to you, you're still making money from it even though your property is down in value. It's exact same thing with this cryptocurrency coins. Even if they drop by 10, 20, 30%, my bots are still conducting trades, making me money. So I still have the tenants that are paying the rent every single month, making the passive income. That's pretty amazing. So that's a great analogy of how I think about these bots. And obviously you can see, I think that was at negative 2 or 3%, and now it's gone up a little bit since then. And so this fluctuates quite a bit, and that's just the nature of the cryptocurrency and just kind of part of the process of it. Now here's one I set up 8 days and 4 hours ago. It's made $419, 7.22% in that amount of time. And this is really, what I love about this is most people, what are they making on the money, leaving it in a savings account? Not much, less than 1%, especially right now, with what we're experiencing. And also a lot of people, they're losing money because of inflation. They leave their money in their savings account. They're hardly making anything in interest, but the purchase power of that money is decreasing by 5-6% or whatever the reported inflation is. Their money is worth less. And so that's what I love about this, is that it's a way that I can kind of put up some of my money and allow it to continue growing and making me money and passive income, which will give you a far better rate of return than you will get anywhere else, in my opinion. So I could go through each one of these one by one, but you can see, these are the top performing ones. If we were to come down here to my lowest performing ones, which is useful to kind of see because it just kind of shows you, some bots that might not perform as well. All of the bots make money, okay? They might make money at a slower pace than others, but nonetheless, all of them make money, at least based on the strategy and the method of what I'm doing, because these are all good coins that I'm holding that have volatility to them. Now here at the very bottom, you can see Ethereum and Bitcoin. This is actually a special kind of bot. It's known as a HODL bot, H-O-D-L, HODL. That's a term that stands for hold on for dear life. Most people, they buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, they just hold it for a year plus, and then eventually they sell and make money from it. Now with this, it's a bot that performs less, 0.16% per day return, because they're more mature coins. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the most popular ones. They're more mature, and so they're not as volatile as the other ones. All of these coins that I have here are within the top 1,000 of market cap, most of them in the top 500. And so these are, a lot of them are really good and reputable coins that I like over the long term. But Ethereum and Bitcoin is not going to wiggle as much because they're more mature. But nonetheless, just by having a HODL bot, I've not only benefited from Bitcoin and Ethereum going up, but I'm also benefiting from making this bot profit. So in a month and 13 days, it's made $12,056 and an extra 7.23% return. And that is money that actually gets paid out in Bitcoin, which is great because I want to hold more Bitcoin, which is pretty awesome. So that's my lowest performing one, and it will always perform the lowest, but it's the safest kind of bot that someone can set up, and would be a bot that everybody would want to set up, because I think everybody should HODL Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now here's another one that is 0.30%. It's been over a month and 7 days. So it's made, still $497, 11% return in that time frame, but it's definitely not performing as much as the others. Now, I could close this bot, which I most likely will, because you close a bot when there's a better opportunity. And so for me, I might find a better opportunity for a coin pairing that I can set up with and get a better return, and I can just kind of close it, take this amount of money that you see right here, and use that $4,283 to set up a new bot. So I could by all means do that. There are some circumstances where you will close some bots. I haven't closed many bots. You have to close, if you want to add more money to a bot, you actually have to close it. So you just kind of close it down, and then you just, with more money in your balance, you start it back up again. So when you do that, you kind of lose some of the data that you have here with that. But yeah, that's a bot, and some of these other ones, 0.32%, 0.3, still a great return. I mean, you got to factor that's every single day. That's not like, a lot of people are getting this every year, by holding their money in their account. So it's still a great return that I'm making from these. But there's definitely some much better wigglers like the ones that you see here that I could also try to find and put my money into. I'm putting a lot more money into this because I love it. I love this opportunity. I believe in it. I wouldn't be sharing it with you guys if I didn't believe in it, if I wasn't doing it myself, making money with it. I've been sharing this now with my friends, my family. My sister's been doing it. A lot of my friends have been doing it. I shared this with a small list of my subscribers that also joined in doing this as well. We've got a Facebook group of people that are doing it and also getting amazing results. And so my plan now at this stage is to continue to ramp it up. I had a few challenges in onboarding large sums of money with cryptocurrency, because with the exchange that I use, that I send wire transfers to, there's limits on how much I can buy every month. But nonetheless, I see myself putting in another $100,000 or so and just kind of slowly scaling it over time. And I'll have to close some bots because the max number of bots you can have in a one Bitscap account is 20. I've got 17 right now, and so I'd have to close some down and set them up again with larger sums. So in the future, I'll probably be setting up bots with maybe a minimum $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 per bot, and kind of doing larger sums with each one. But it is valuable to diversify and have multiple bots rather than just having a large sum in one bot, because then it kind of spreads yourself out a little bit more. In case one does tank or maybe doesn't do as well or perform as well, then you've got the other bots that pick up the pace and do better for you. So that's what I'd like to share with you guys today, and hopefully this inspires you, shares a new opportunity for you, a way that you can make passive income as well. What I love about this opportunity and this method is that it doesn't require hard work. I know for myself, building online businesses, which I've done over the last 15 years, requires a lot of hard work, requires making decisions, requires creativity, requires a certain level of intelligence. Obviously you got to make the right decisions of what product to sell and your brand name and all these factors that influence your success in building a business. In this method, it's literally just learning the steps and the sequence and the numbers and parameters that you put in, and you set up these bots which take no more than 5 or 10 minutes to set up, and then you set it and you forget it. You don't really have to do much after that. You just allow the bots to continue to run, making you money. Maybe every week or two you can check in on it. You can make some slight changes here and there to certain elements of the bot. But for the most part, out of all the money that I've made in my career, this has been the easiest money that I've made, which is pretty amazing. And that's why I've been so excited for it, because I'm always looking for ways to make passive income, but I don't want to do the work and go through the process and everything to build a business to be able to do that. I'd much rather use my money at this stage and work smart rather than work hard, and use my money to work for me and make me more money. So if you guys are interested in learning more about this method and how to set up bots, everything that's involved, the mentor that I learned this from, his name is Dan Hollings, and he has a program called The Plan. And this is a program that he spent 3 years putting together, sharing this method. He's the person that I guess came up with this, or figured out these numbers and all of this, and has decided to teach it to people. If you are interested, I can refer you to him. You can check out his program, his trainings, all that sort of stuff. I'm happy to share that with you guys. I'll put a link in the description to that if you want to learn more, or if you go to www.projectlifemastery.com/theplan, head over to that page, put in your name and email. I'll send you some more information on it, and also share with you guys some of the videos that I've done, and even some success stories and results from other people that have gone through it, especially in my Facebook group that we have, and what kind of success that they're getting, so that you can learn more. And if it's a good fit for you, awesome. Happy to have shared this with you and that you can hopefully benefit from it. And crypto's not for everybody, and so I understand this is not your thing. That's totally fine. But for those of you that are similar to me and are looking for opportunities like this and want to take advantage of it, especially in this unique time that we're in right now, then this is a really amazing opportunity that I think you'll really love. So check out the links, the information I'll share below in the description. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. God bless, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care.